Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Today I've come to a place called Jiufen, close to Taipei. This is one of the most famous places in all of Taiwan. Why do people like to come here? I'm going to show you that. We'll just get into it, right? But this is one of the most popular places closest to Taipei, and it's a gold mining town and a few other things, but I'll explain that as we go through the video. So let's just get into it and not waste any time. At the minute I'm standing in like this little viewing tower, and this is what you can see. This is where I made the intro. Like, looks like a church down there, church and a temple. Looks like maybe you can hike up there. Don't think I've got time, but if I have, I'll give it a whirl, but I really don't think I've got time. So this is the view. People love the views from here, and it's a lush clear day today. Look at it. There's the bus stop down there, look. That's where you get off the bus, and there's a Family Mart here. The Family Mart's got a nice view. That since I haven't been here for a while, this is new. This Family Mart never used to be here. Anyway, so we're gonna head over here because this is the old street up here. What I plan to do today is show you around Jiufen and just give you a little bit of information about it and that kind of thing. Why people like it, why it got famous and all that. I made a few little notes. I'm usually not good at remembering the little notes and the information and the details and that, but today I'm going to give it a try because this place is famous and I made the little notes just to remember to tell you why it's famous. So let's see if I can remember to do that. I'm at the entrance to the old street now, and it seems like my plan has worked. I missed the 8:30 train which I was planning to get because I wanted to get here earlier and beat the mad crowds and that. But it doesn't seem very busy inside right now. I reckon in an hour or two it'll be jam-packed in there. So I'm going to walk through and show you what it's like. Hopefully I can get in and out before it just gets rammed, because it's just a little narrow street and you can't really get moved when it's busy as shit. So let's get in there before it gets busy as shit. I'll give you a look. Right, here we go. This is one of the most famous old streets in all of Taiwan, this. Dinky Tofu, she's got a Real Madrid top on, look. Do you like Real Madrid? No. This dog must live in this old street because I've seen it on other people's videos. It's sitting in the shop, getting the aircon, look. It's a stray dog, but it's enjoying the aircon of this shop, look. Like I said at the start, I haven't been here for donkeys, right? And this street is more empty than I actually imagined it ever being. Because in the past, when I come here on the weekend, it's rammed here. But it seems like it's more touristy now than I've ever remembered it. It's always been touristy, don't get us wrong, but like it's just more touristy than ever. And there's loads of people come on tour buses and that now with companies like KKD and Klook that even come here on the bill on the bus. I've seen loads of foreigners already, and I am a foreigner, but like usually when I come here it's just mostly local people. But things are changing. I just seen the stray dog I told you about go in another shop, and the guy who was working in the shop told me this stray dog lives here and goes in all the shops all the time. Everyone thinks I'm a tourist. Technically, I look like a tourist, obviously, but I'm not really a real tourist, am I? It's not my first time here. I've just come here to show you what it's like. This street, the old street in Jiufen, it's like loads of other old streets in Taiwan. It's basically loads of little gift shops, snack shops, little food places and that. We'll just pan around so you can see. Don't know what that's selling, but they've got Korean on there. So just loads of little places. It's famous for these lanterns as well, this street. They've got these lanterns with Jiufen written on them all the way down. If you see that lantern there, that says Jiufen, and then all the way down here they've got the lantern. So the name Jiufen, I'll tell you where it comes from. So Jiufen, when this place was first a village, it had 9 families living here. And then when the geezers or the gajis who brought the food up the mountain, they always asked for 9 portions. So in Chinese, Jiufen means 9 portions of something. there you go. A little bit of information for a change on my channel. Bish, bash, bosh. About time, eh? You'll be thinking I give you some info. Why? There's some prices there. I would say they're reasonable to a little bit unreasonable, but it is a touristy location, so for the prime tourist location, I would say it's reasonable. This is like the first little intersection in this old street here, and you can see it's not that busy yet. That was planned by me. I didn't want to be here when it was chock-a-blocker. Chock-a-blocker means more than busy, busier than busy as busy can be. That's what chock-a-blocker means. Wait, I just asked someone in the shop why it's not so busy here, like I used to remember it. Apparently it's to do with the massive earthquake, so people aren't coming here because of that. I didn't even think of it. I thought it would be alright, but I presume there is some rational logic behind the reasoning for that. But anyway, I'm here now, and I'm absolutely happy as shit that it's not as busy as I remember. They actually move. There's space around us, look. It's the first time I've ever been here with space. Mint. So I'm just walking down this section of the old street now. This is the kind of shops you can see here, like gift shops and that. This has got butters in here. If you want to get a little butter to go home. Another gift shop next door with magnets and that. They've got everywhere you go, they've got the slipper magnets. Taiwan have these everywhere. It's a bit busier down here, like, isn't it? Look at that. Well, waiting for something. What's this? Bad blood. Oh, that's the peanut ice cream. I'm not sure why that peanut ice cream is popular, because I've had it before and it's just alright. There's a lot better peanut ice creams than that one. I'm looking for something called the QQ balls. They're famous here now. So this video, there'll be like Jiufen and probably the Gold Museum, but I'll likely split it in two parts. I'm at the end of the old street now. I just literally walked in a straight line through it, and I found nothing I'm looking for. There is a couple of things and shops here that I would like to show you, but I don't even remember when the last time I was here, so I can't remember where the shops that I want to look for are. If I really can't find them, I'll probably have to get Google Map out, but Google Map will be a disaster here because it shows the shops as being like literally on top of each other and that. This shop says Taiwan Old Tea, Taiwan Lao Cha. I'm actually not at the end of the old street. It goes around the corner. I'll show you around the corner, right? This little street here looks pretty cool, but actually this is the first time I've seen modern shops here. Look, there's loads of modern shops built here, and that is an indication of how popular this place is. It kind of takes away from the aesthetic a little bit. I'm not sure I'm a fan of it. This is Xiaomi Zhou, which is millet wine. I bought my granddad millet wine and he quite liked it. It's not as strong as rice wine, but see this one here. This is 58%. Imagine 58% is too strong, that like. This one here is only 9%. Around the corner we go. So this old street just winds all the way around this mountain village, and this is the main attraction here, this old street. Can I have a try of your jelly? Try some jelly. Just like jelly. I love free testers. If you haven't noticed, I love free testers. These kind of people must hate someone like me coming around. So the street's a little bit busier than before, but not that busy. I'm still winding around this old street, and it's like still the same really. Little gift shops, food, drinks, and snacks. So what I'm going to do is, there's a couple of things I'm going to look for. There's like a dessert with like QQ balls and that, and I'm going to look for that. I'm sure it was near the entrance, but I didn't see it, so I'm going to have a look when I head back down. And then I'm going to get a tea, find somewhere with a viewing spot to have a tea, and then on top of that, there used to be a guy here with like a weird room somewhere, a little bit away from the old street, and he has this building, and he says he can see how people died and the spirits come to him and that, and he's got all these masks and faces, and it's cool as shit, and no one knows about it because it's a bit out the way, up some stairs somewhere. I'm going to look for that again. And then also the Gold Museum, that's the plan for today. So let's do it. I've went around another corner. It's a bit meandering, this road. I'll show you this street in front of us now. So this is what I'm looking at when I was talking to you. I just went around another corner. There's a few turns on this road, like, which you would imagine from a village on a mountain. You wouldn't imagine it just to be a straight street, would you? Makes sense that it twists and turns. It just came up this little incline here, look. Alright, I'm going to tell you another reason why this place is famous. There was an anime film called Spirited Away, which seems to be crazy popular all over the world. But I'm not an anime fan, but everyone who comes here, they think that there's like some stairs in a tea house that looks like Spirited Away. So I'm going to go there as well and show you that. If you're a fan of anime, you probably know what I'm talking about, because I've never seen Spirited Away. I have no interest in anime at all. I like this town because I think it's cool. It's nice to walk around here. It's got nice views. I like the gold aspect of it. But for the anime and the Spirited Away stuff, that has no bearing on my liking of this Jiufen. But if you're a Spirited Away fan, or if you're an anime fan, you probably know what people mean. So that's another reason why it's famous. And I just come across what I'm looking for. This Grandma Lie's Sweet Taro Balls. This is one of the most famous shops in this old street. So I'm going to get in here. It's more like a dessert. I would have preferred to have lunch before I have dessert, but as I've just stumbled across it and I might miss it on the way back, I'm going to go in here and get myself some Grandma Lie's Sweet Taro Balls. It's the first time I've said that about a grandma, going to buy her sweet balls, but alright, let's go. I'm so indoctrined in the way of Taiwan life that I come and save the seat before I actually ordered the balls, because this place is chock-a-block. Look, it's so full in here. And I saw a seat for a oneer. There was one table left for two people. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do what every Taiwanese person does. I'm going to put my bag on the chair and save it. So that's what I did. And there is said bag, table, my chair for the bag, seat saved like Taiwanese style. This is Grandma Lie's sweet potato balls, and the sweet potato balls are underneath here because I got the ice. It's only $50, it's quite reasonable. And if I do that, you're meant to mix this. That's not sweet potato, that's that is sweet potato, sorry. That's a sweet potato ball, but this is called taro. Grandma Lie's taro balls. There's a taro ball, I think. Anyway, that's what it looks like. So I'll give this a taste and tell you how it is there. I was going to get my little tripod out, but it's melting already, it's that hot. I don't have time to set the little tripod up. So there's the ice in the sweet potato balls. Alright, that is good. Let's try the one I just ate was a taro ball. This is a sweet potato one, look. Can you see that? The sweet potato is nicer than the taro. I tell you what though, my sensitive teeth are a nightmare with the ice. Right, I'm gonna scan that now. I just finished Grandma Lie's sweet taro balls, and what I would say is that they are nice, but I don't get the hype for it, man, because they just taste the same as the ones all over Taiwan, and this one gets so much hype, and they're just the same as everywhere else. It's just like in Taiwan, when there's a popular shop, everyone has to go in there. That's the way it works. Right, that's the balls. We've got a big calamity on our hands. I just went to get my power box out of my bag and charge my camera while I was eating, and the power box isn't working. But when I left home this morning, it said it had 100% battery, so I don't know what's went on there. This is really touristy area, so I don't think it's going to work. But what I'm going to try and do is, when I sit down to have a tea or something, I am going to sit somewhere where they'll let us charge me gear. If they don't let us charge me stuff, I'm not going in there because it's a disaster, man. Anyway, I should bring more than one power box like the missus does. Power boxes are heavier than you expect in your bag. Anyway, next time I'll bring more than one. Right, so I'm on a mission. I'm trying to find that place I told you about with the guy with the spirits. I don't know if he's still here anymore. If I don't find it, I'll tell you. If I do find it, I'll show you. How's that? That's a deal. I just come out the old street here, look. That little exit there. Exit. The end of the street goes there, around to here. But there's a banging viewing point at the end of here. So if I come over here and I turn around like this. Look at that behind us, man. Isn't that lush? We're going over here. Actually, I'll turn the camera around and give you a proper look because it's belter. Show you some tea houses and that. Over there, look. These on the mountain side, these are all tea houses. And if I pan around like that, the view from here is insane, man. Look at that. And if you look, you see how the houses, the buildings are like, the road loops around the mountain like a winding road, and then the buildings are like on top of each other pretty much. Google Map goes mental about that. Right, another reason why it's famous here. The first thing in modern time that got Jiufen famous was a Taiwanese film called City of Sadness, and in this film they tackled the history of Taiwan with the 228 massacre. I've never actually seen it. I've looked for it, and when I have found it, there's been no English subtitles, and I can't watch it in Chinese because if I watch this in Chinese, I'll not get the meaning. But I would like to watch it, and this apparently was the first film made in Taiwan by Taiwanese people about the 228 massacre, which was an uprising in 1947, I think. I could be wrong. I'm trying to remember it off the top of my head. I do know about it from living here. It was an uprising against the government at the time because it was like military law, and the people kicked off. There was an uprising and it was put down violently. So it's called 228 massacre, and we get a day off here for 228 to remember it. So they made a film about it here, and then people seen it and they thought it looks absolutely banging, and then they found out it was close to Taipei, and then it got popular. That's the first reason in modern times it got popular. The second reason, like I said, was Spirited Away. So I'll go and show you that Spirited Away house, but I know nothing about Spirited Away, alright? I'm not gonna lie. Some idiots have left their rubbish there, look. People who leave their rubbish are the worst, man. But look at that, man. That is banging, that, isn't it? Isn't that mint? I'm kind of glad I didn't come in the car. There's nowhere to park. So I'm gonna waddle over there, see if I can find a tea house. There's tea houses down here. I'm gonna have a look at them, but I don't think I'm gonna go in any of these ones. Let's have a look. We'll see what the crack is. Not so good going in a tea house on your billy, like, I don't think. What are you gonna do? Just sat there on your billy, no mates. But I think this is the area I come to with my mum and dad, and we did go in one of these tea houses before. This is another viewing point, look. You can see the tea houses up there. And that is the view. I decided to sit here and have a tea. I got a kumquat tea, hot kumquat tea, and it's $170. And I think it's alright, but I think it's not alright at the same time. It's alright because obviously anywhere you go with a view like this behind us there, anywhere you go with a view like that, always overcharges. But at the same time, it is overpriced a little bit. But when I looked at some of the other tea places, they were like 800, 900 and 1,000 and that for the other tea places. So that's the view where I'm sitting, look. So I'm going to have a tea here. I'm going to go to the Ame tea house, show you that, because that's the Spirited Away tea house. My missus wants us to pick up some food, and then I am going to leave this Jiufen old street because I can't find the house that I told you about with the masks and that. The reason I can't find that house is I don't think it's actually advertised on Google Map. I just stumbled across it one time and now I can't remember where it is. but back in the day when I come here with my scooter, I could remember where it is loads. Anyway, I'll give you a quick look at this view in this tea house, and I'll show you my tea when it comes, and then we'll just crack on with the day, because I would like to get back on the bus and head home before everyone else gets back on the bus and heads home. So this is the view where I'm sitting, and this is one of the most popular things to do in Jiufen: sit in a tea house, natter on, drink tea, have snacks and look at the view. So I thought I can't really come here and not really show you sitting in a tea house, so here I am in a tea house showing you. But the view is mint, isn't it? Lush view. You can see really far today as well because it's so clear. There is me tea, kumquat tea. I want to drink that and just chill out here for a bit and then crack on. Let's have a taste and see what it's like here. So there's me tea there, look. Tea with a view, what do you reckon? Isn't that mega? I'm gonna have a try of this tea now. Got a bit in the cup, Nice. I'm standing at the top of the most famous street in Jiufen. Down here, it's got the Army Tea House on, and this Army Tea House and the whole layout of the buildings here. This is the part that they say that looks like that famous anime that I know nothing about called Spirited Away. It's by Studio Ghibli, however you say it. I don't know how you say it, but if you like anime, it sounds like it's one of the biggest anime creators going. So I'm gonna walk down this street, show you that tea house and show you what it's like. It does look nice, but I've seen people's videos and the prices and that. I wouldn't go in there if I was you. It's an absolute rip-off, man. Looks nice from the outside, but you can get the same view in loads of other places. It's a proper rip-off. That is probably the biggest tourist trap here. Like, it's really touristy here, but that is a complete tourist trap, that Army Tea House. Most other things are fine, but just avoid that. That's my advice to you. If you want to go there and you end up thinking it's crap, don't blame me. So I reckon you can see why this is the most famous street in Jiufen. Because this street is pure Instagram-tastic, you know what I mean? That's all that anyone thinks about now. Look at it. There's the famous lanterns with Jiufen writ on. They light up in the evening, but there's absolutely no to do here in the evening. And I think that might be the Army Tea House there. So this is the famous tea house behind us, right? But it's better outside than in. I know I sound like Pilkington and that, right? About it's better outside looking at it than sitting in looking out of it. But that's what's supposed to look like the anime that I know nothing about. It is a nice building, to be honest with you. Look, it is nice. I'm going to end this video here but in front of this tea house that's famous for the anime that I know nothing about. It's called Spirited Away if you want to watch it, and loads of people seem to love it, and this is just mega famous because of that. So if you like this video, click like. I'll see you next time. Click like, subscribe, all that jazz. See you later.